Hello everyone, this side Anshika Jain working as a legal intern for a Lexus & Law company for the month of July. I hope all of you are amazing and staying safe. So I'm back with a new topic, and today my topic of discussion would be regarding the moment or the campaign that got everyone's attention in the year 2016. So I am talking about the moment that is hashtag #MeToo campaign and its legal consequences. So let's discuss what this moment was about, and let's discuss in detail to get the glimpse and to get the gist of this moment. So let's start with this. Let's start first question that arises, that who founded this movement and how it began. So let's discuss that. So Tarana Burke founded the Me Too movement in 2006 as a non-profit organization dedicated to creating a safe place for the women who have traditionally been left out of public debates about rape and all the sexual assault to speak about their experiences. So Tarana Burke, he explained in a recent interview that with Ebony magazine that it's all about empowerment through empathy. It was a catchy phrase, and it passed down from victim to survivor to let people know what exactly this is about and what's going on. In the midst of the public and violent battle to remove accused serial sexual predators, hashtag #MeToo was adopted as a call to all the victims of sexual assault 12 years later. So, after 12 years later, it also got everyone's attention, and this was started by an actress, Elisa Milano, an actress and activist. She rushed to Twitter to feed the flames of anger in the midst of what appeared to a worldwide awakening to the frequency of sexual harassment and assault, and is a term that many people are familiar with. Now let's discuss what actually this sexual harassment refers to. So sexual harassment in the workplace is regarded as a serious violation of women's rights around the world, and it is a common type of violence against women. Gender roles, on the other hand, often men the power to legitimize harassment of women. As a result, sexual harassment is a mirror reflecting men's dominance over women, which helps them maintain patriarchal relationship. Women are often subjected to violence as a result of patriarchal attitudes, which can be subtle or overt, and they are expected to confirm the dogmatic gender roles. The greatest problem in resolving and preventing the sexual harassment is the patriarchal society and the ideals and all the attitudes of both women and men. Sexual harassment in the workplace, like other types of violence, is not harmless. Now let's discuss hashtag MeToo in India, how it started in India. So the hashtag MeToo campaign was launched in India in the year 2018 as a result of international hashtag MeToo movement. Women from all walks of gathered to tell their talks about being abused by men in positions of power, inspired by the global campaign against sexual assault and harassment. And this was started in October 2018 when the actress Tanushree Datta, accused actor Nana Patekar of sexual harassment, which is during the times of the direction of a film, which is that is Horn OK Please in the year 2008. So she accused Nana Patekar for that. The same was followed by complaints from a number of movie stars who talked about the times when they were assaulted or harassed on the job. Despite of all this harassment, there still exist so many problems. In the case, a very famous and landmark judgment, that is Vishaka versus State of Rajasthan, it was held that a writ petition was also being filed disclosing a very case of horrific gang rape, and the dangers that women face at work was also filed. Now let's discuss what are the various legal provisions relating to sexual harassment. So in India, sexual harassment is well known thanks to the Vishaka judgment, which is for the first time took it into account the rise in the sexual harassment. The Posh Act, which defines sexual harassment in accordance with the Supreme Court's decision in the Vishaka section decision. Contrary to all the popular beliefs, it causes a very significant harm and a clear example of workplace sex discrimination. Not only it is an infringement of women's fundamental rights under Article 19(1) subclause G of the Indian Constitution, that is to practice any profession or to carry out any occupation, trade or business, but it also erodes equality and puts the dignity and physical and mental health of the women at risk. So now it's a time to summarize our topic. So despite of all the fact that the hashtag MeToo was only a campaign, but it also inspired the citizens to oppose the harassment. The courts, on the other hand, they've been active in giving directives to states to ensure that the internal complaints committee for the organized sector and the local complaints committee for the unorganized sector are constituted by the authorities. Sexual harassment in the workplace has grown in importance as a result of increased number of women stepping out to say about their to reveal about their causes that have been occurred. Various specific individuals and particularly those in the media and the entertainment industries, they have been widely blamed. However, the question which arises now, that I would like to summarize by asking a very simple question, that whether the claims made on the internet are legally valid. Is there any of the ground reality regarding these blames which have been put? So what are the real examples of, do you feel that it is really which can be believed in? Do you feel that whatever blames have been put up, can we trust them? So I ask you this question. I ask you to please give me an answer regarding this question in the comment section. Feel free to comment and please stay updated with me. Thank you very much. Always keep smiling.